What was relatively an amazing patch turned out with a little bit of doom posting because of one simple issue, and that is the free lightcone for Archer in honkai style. Apparently, we only have one patch to secure this bag, and it's like if you get 200 pulls in, you will get Archer's lightcone for free. Now, my thoughts on that, like many of the people that are saving are not going to be affected by this because they probably have around that amount of pulls readily available. People are going to have to spend absolutely, and there will be people that are spending. Do Am I going to say that this is not predatory? Absolutely not. This is 100% predatory. I am not a hypocrite like many of these other content creators that will never admit predatory practices on Wither Wave's side, but when it comes on to Hoyover's side, they will say that it's not predatory. And the other ones who will say that Genshin Impact and Honkai Star and Xenozone Zero don't do predatory practices and say that Wither Waves does. I call a spade, and absolutely, this is predatory. There are works around with it, absolutely. Like many of the people that haven't been playing for a while, they have the opportunity to get these pulls from past events, exploration, and chest opening and in-game content, all four of them. So, do I feel that it's 100% difficult to get 200 pulls? Not necessarily. My aim is S2 Saber, S1 Lycone, and I will see how things go from there. Now, that should be at least 180 pulls. I'm hoping to get very, very lucky on this. I will achieve this regardless because of the length and duration of the patch as a free to play. There'll be 100 pulls guaranteed for me per patch, so I'm pretty confident that if I do it day in, I will be able to get everything that I want. The light cone, on the other end, I am thinking of it more. If I'm coping right now, I'm thinking of it more as a fail safe. Like if I pull that much time and I'm a little bit unlucky, I'll get the light cone for free, and I won't have to worry too much about getting the light cone for Archer. I've heard that the difference between their main light cones and their free to play options are not that big, which is good. It is very good. But getting their personal Lycone is something that I am aiming for because they're likely never gonna run ever again. And this is like the fear of missing out, absolutely. But this is like a symbol to say that I was there when Saber Banner was running, when the fake collab was going on. The whole aspect of fear of missing out from people is not really an issue. Like if you look at it in life, like of course you're not gonna get everything in life. Like I will never ever get to see everything in life. There are a lot of things that I will miss out on happening in different worlds across the earth, and I won't be a part of everything in that. Now, is that killing me? Is that killing you? Absolutely not. People have to realize that, yeah, sometimes people miss out on things, and it is what it is. Do I blame them for not being prepared? No, not really. Like, as I say, I don't necessarily think that this is too big of an issue. I think within the two patches, if you're just pulling solely for these characters, you should be able to get a S2 E1 Saber and a S1 um sorry, a E1 S1 Archer as well. So I don't think it's too big of an issue. It's a loss I have to accept as a Hoyo shell, and it's something that I know that content creators like Saint Tontas and others that are trying to spread the narrative that Honkai Star is a bad game is gonna completely run with. So I am completely aware of that. Could they fix it? Could they bring it down to 150? Absolutely, they could. But I don't think it's necessarily going to change. And a brief bonus on this video in particular, when it comes down to the artifact loader system in Genshin Impact, I feel that it's not something that was intentional. I feel like this has to be some kind of bug that they weren't anticipating, and I hope this bug will be addressed by the community and they'll be able to fix it, because that works way too well for it to not be a bug. Way too well for it to not be a bug. Like, it really needs to fix. It really needs to fix. Apparently, it hasn't affected me, and that may be because I don't know why it's not affecting me. It's because like I do believe that they should have had it way more than two. Because say for example, a use case scenario where I'll be using this, the traveler. If I want to have the animal traveler, so some god specific reason I want to use the animal traveler, I can have a set on the animal traveler and I can switch, and I'll, like say I want to switch to Dendro, I'll have the Dendro set ready and waiting on her when I'm ready to use it. I mean, Honkai Star Rail does this. Like, if I switch to the physical trailblazer for physical destruction trailblazer for God for some reason, the relics that I have on him in that version, I have it there. And if I decide to switch back to Harmony, I have the relics already on him. So this is things that they really need to fix. Absolutely. I'm not going to be here to defend Hoyoverse by saying that, oh, this doesn't work as intended, so what? No, absolutely. I have to agree with people that it needs to change. I give them credit for adding the switch button in, but I want them to fix that issue, because not for me, but for anybody that is using it, and I can see reasons why it can be used. That's my thought on the situation.